What's up, people? Case West, back again with Better Call Saul, episode 4. Title of this episode is Namaste, which does that mean goodbye? Oh, greetings to you. Okay. It's Hindi. Namaste. I don't know what that could mean. Well, where we left off in episode 3, Hank and Gomi are back. Saul has got to come up with a plan. Somebody's got to get arrested for this plan to work, to be convincing to the DEA. Gus is going to have to let his money get interfered with so that he can protect Lalo's cover, or excuse me, Nacho's cover. Every time I get those names mixed up, doesn't matter how often I watch the show, I still get those names mixed up. Um, Kim is struggling with some guilt as far as what she's doing for work and not, I don't know if it's guilt so much as it's not what she wants to do. You know, she would much rather be a public defender and actually do some good, but I don't think that pays the bills. So maybe it's guilt. Maybe she feels guilty that she's having to devote so much of her time working for a bank to make money, which, let me tell you, that's about where I'm at in my point in life. I feel like, you spend so much time doing shit you don't want to do that you have to just to make ends meet, and you don't have enough time, in the day to just be yourself. And which is partly why I started this channel. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I'll be honest, it's like having a second job and spending so much time on the weekends doing this shit. It's just as exhausting as work, but at least this way I feel like I'm doing something I want to do instead of working for a company that uh, just to make money, just to live. Which, don't get me wrong, my as far as companies go, corporations go, mine has done really well. They've treated us, their employees, properly, but it's still something that I'm doing to make money. I'm good at it, but if I didn't have to worry about money, I'd be doing something else. Put it that way. So I can understand. I probably can relate to Kim in this more than anybody. And then we saw there at the end when her and Jimmy were breaking the bottles. I got a bad feeling. She's like she's on the verge of doing something she might regret. I don't know. We'll see. And Mike, I was thinking about it when in season 1 when Mike was, after Maddie died and he killed those two cops that night when he was pretending to be drunk. There was part of me, because he had mentioned it before, talking to his daughter-in-law. He said to her, I think the quote was, "You know how I was back then," insinuating that he was staying drunk a lot. There was part of me that thought that that was part of the act, like he had pretended to be drunk for months or however long it was, so that he could set up the two cops, kill them, and it would be a much more believable story. Now I'm thinking that wasn't the issue, that he really was just a fall down drunk there for a little while, and maybe hatched the plan later and decided to sober up, which uh the when he blew up on his daughter, or his, excuse me, his granddaughter, that was a problem. That there's something he's going to have to work something out, and it's we didn't see much of that in Breaking Bad. We saw him and Walt, had a couple drinks in a bar when Walt approached him about killing Gus and he hit Walt. So I'm wondering what happens to get his drinking in control. Maybe nothing. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just stops drinking as much. Maybe his guilt subsides a little bit. Um, I don't know. But either way, something happens to where eventually he becomes pro Gus all the way. And I can only assume it's when Gus sets up the trust for Kaylee. That's probably when Mike says, "Okay, I'll do whatever I can," because now it's for his granddaughter. At the time now, he's just making money for his own, on his own money, and he's giving some to his daughter-in-law and his granddaughter. So maybe once Gus sets that trust up for her, that bank account, maybe that's when he's like, okay, then I'll work. I'll be pro Gus, you know, as long as I have to. Of course, we know how that ends. The DEA seizes those assets, and Kaylee probably doesn't see a dime of it. What else? I'm assuming in this episode we're going to see Gus. Gus is going to have to figure out quickly how to get rid of Nacho. God damn it, Lalo. Every fucking time. Lalo. Because this is not, you know, he's already kind of on thin ice with Don Eladio. So now that his money's being affected, that's no bueno. He's gonna have to figure something out. We know he does because clearly Don Eladio keeps him around. If you guys are new to this channel, I appreciate it. If you're not, welcome back. And if you like this, feel free to like it, subscribe if you want, leave a comment. I'd love comments, as long as you guys don't spoil anything. But yeah, it does help the channel when you guys interact with it, so I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's enough talking. Let's just jump into it. He needed a trophy. I love Breaking Bad is so good at, they start a scene, you go, what in the fuck is going on? And there's always such a good, elaborate plan. I was going to say, he looked like he was swinging a kettlebell when he had the TV, and there he just picked one up. I use kettlebells a lot, because they're fantastic exercise equipment. That's not too crazy. I mean, that would wreck me. 4 beers and a pizza, I would wake up feeling like shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Building will take care of it. That's what you pay rent for. Oh, and I'm finally doing that lunch with Howard.
Yeah?
Ooh.
See what he wants.
Forgot
Hopefully
about
it will
that.
be short and sweet. You?
Yesterday was bad. Today I'm gonna fix it.
Sounds like a plan. See ya.
What a boss.
Little research we did on lot 2375.
You knew she was going to clean it up. I love Kim.
Yeah.
God, I love Kim.
Yeah, all of it.
That's the difference between her and Jimmy. She cleaned up her mess.
You gentlemen have had a busy week, huh?
Ah!
Bail has been denied. No mystery there. Graffiti, vandalism, littering, public urination.
Nature's calling you. You gotta answer it.
Oh, hold it too long, you get kidney stoned.
Be that as it may, even misdemeanors add up. So if I can get you concurrent sentences, you're looking at 12 months.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I think Howard's going to offer him a job, which would be awesome. I would love to see that turn. I think Howard understands that Jimmy's a smart guy.
Saul Goodman is, he's the last line of defense for the little guy. He's a righter of wrongs. He's a friend to the friendless. That's Saul Goodman. Wow.
Couldn't Jimmy McGill do all that?
He wants to
Maybe
bring
he
him
could,
back
but,
as McGill.
Saul Goodman is.
I missed an opportunity with you,
Yeah,
and I think it's time to correct that.
yeah. Business.
I'd like you to come work at HHM. You're smart. You're scrappy. You're a go-getter. You don't wait for things to happen, you make them happen. HHM is growing again and could use someone like you. I could use you. Charlie Hustle.
I feel like that's what he's always wanted, but and maybe now he understands that he just does
That's me.
better with his freedom
Well,
when
Howard,
it's him in charge.
This was, I'll get the next one.
Thanks for taking the time. Good to see you, Jimmy.
It's funny, he embraced Chuck in season 1 when Chuck wanted to work with him on the Sandpiper case. He hugged him. Namaste.
If you glance at the package, it'll give you a clear idea of what we're talking about. There's a raft of TCPA compliance issues, but they're fairly straightforward. Come Friday at noon, Acker will be out and construction will proceed.
Ah, they're just turning into...
Now, as I was saying, mortgages. Our
psychopaths.
institutional
It's a
clients
human.
are strong, but if we want to penetrate the retail market, there are some opportunities that we
She's
should
finna make
explore
a
as we develop the business.
Move. She gonna quit something. Don't trust you.
Maybe it's better if you just sit this one out. I mean, they're already off playing dolls.
I scared her. I lost my temper. That's it. I'll be okay. You're getting worked up over nothing, I'm fine.
Look, what if
You getting
maybe
worked up
you
right
come
now.
for dinner sometime next week?
Oh, you got some demons, dog. Gotta work them out.
That you can identify this person. That's what you're saying.
That's
I
not.
can.
That's probably not
Absolutely.
him sitting there.
It's him.
What?
And my client is in the back of the courtroom. Mr. Seki, would you please stand up?
Objection.
Now, the person you ID'd is named Hollis Early. He's a bartender down in Berlin.
Those guys look
Ladies and gentlemen of the
identical.
jury, we're going to call it a day.
I have a case in Tucumcari. And there's something I want to discuss with you.
She gonna try to figure out how to game it, get what she wants. Gustavo.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry.
Crazy how intimidating he can be. I thought he might kill that kid. I was waiting for him to shove his head down in the grease or some crap.
Culvert. That's a weird word. I think that is like Dutch.
Maybe French.
Round, stirred, and go straight for home.
So many baseball
use that thing?
References with him.
Pointed at the bad guy, press the button.
If you would like to take another crack at it, then go ahead.
You just can't
Thank you.
match his standards. There's no way. I've never cleaned the whole thing out. My parents own a gas station, and I have cleaned the grease out of the bottom of those, and I've cleaned the actual cooking surface. Let me tell you, you can't get that off of there. Not all of it, and you don't want to. The grease makes it taste good. You want clean French fries? It tastes like shit. Okay, so Jimmy's gonna go help this guy because Kim can't do it. All right, I can get behind this. Those two working together to help this man stick it to the big bank.
What do you see?
A man fucking a horse.
Sir, I hate Mesa Verde. I hate them. Looking down at us from their glass tower. They think they can shit on whoever they want.
How does that look? We still don't know what's going on with that fucking bowling ball. Is he trying to hit a car? Oh, don't do it to Howard. What's the point? Oh, time to go work out some demons. It's gonna hurt. Why did Jimmy fuck with Howard?
Gramps!
Yeah, motherfuckers. Ooh, that was violent. That cut. What? What the hell was that? So clearly he's been out for days. I wonder if Gus did that. Gus, I don't know how Gus could have even found out. I don't know. All right, that was episode 4, Namaste. If I have to guess, I would say Gus had something to do with Mike getting moved there at the end. It reminded me of the scene when they went to Mexico and killed Don Eladio, and Gus had to stay behind, and he was, feeding the chickens. So I have a feeling that Gus was behind that, because Gus still does need him. I mean, Gus, how about you pay for his therapy? I don't know, something a little bit more proactive than reactive. I don't understand. I really loved the scene with Jimmy and Howard. I like to see Howard leaning into that salesman. I mean, he's about winning now. It's like he missed an opportunity with Jimmy. He doesn't give a shit about the past. It's like there was an opportunity with you and I missed it. Now I want to capitalize on it. Which, I mean, let's be honest, that does come across a little bit cold. The kind of like the calculating businessman where that's all that matters, money and stuff like that. But that fits Howard. He does have some sociopathic tendencies. He tends to do things that make sense on paper, but that's not how humans operate. He doesn't seem to operate from emotion. I don't know. But I love Howard, weirdly. I do like Howard. So I know they don't probably team up because we know where Saul ends up. But I like to see them thinking about it. And he hugged Jimmy, and I don't know how sincere that was. I hope it was sincere. I don't know. But maybe what Saul was doing, Jimmy was doing to his car, maybe that was part of something bigger, but I don't see what. Why just fuck his car up for no reason? Doesn't make any sense. I love to see that she understands she can't do anything. She tried to do it the right way to help that guy and to push Mesa Verde into a different plan, but they are hell-bent on kicking that guy out. So she was smart to go to Jimmy and say, why don't you go to bat for him? I really just, I don't know. She's getting to a point where it feels like she's almost just going to quit because she just can't handle it anymore. I think we've all been there. Once you get to a point, if you're working for, a company or any employer, for me personally, once I get to a point where mentally I'm checked out, they're not coming back from that. And the longer you go, prolonging the inevitable of quitting, the worse it's going to be for everybody. Unless you're just trying to get fired, which fucking by all means do it. Fuck these corporations. Mike. I mean, I guess Mike he exercised some demons, got into a fist fight. I'm assuming that Gus has been keeping tabs on him, and when he got into that fight, and then the knife came out, I'll bet Gus's guys stepped in. I bet they weren't far away. Hank, part of me wonders, I think Hank has to know that something about that was a little too easy. Maybe not though. Hank's usually, he's shown us in the past, in this and in Breaking Bad, that he understands when he's being gamed, and I think he's starting to get that feeling now. Man, that was a good episode. Can you imagine working for Gus Fring and him looking at that fryer and then looking at you? Good on that guy for understanding, I'd have been like, fuck you, dude. My shift is up. I'm out. Maybe. I don't know. That's a kid. I haven't cleaned one of those out. Those things hold grease, right? And they fry the chicken in there. My parents' gas station has a deli. Back in my hometown, they fry catfish and fries and probably some other stuff, Crispitos. So I haven't had to clean that thing out, but you have to drain the oil out of the bottom of that and empty it. And let me tell you, just that is hard as hell. And then the cooking surface where they cook their hamburgers and steaks and stuff, you have to scrub that every day. I mean, like, till your elbows hurt, till your arms are tired, with a brick of an SOS pad to get that stuff off. But that's what makes it taste so good. Well, that was a good episode. I'm going to jump right into the next one. I'm not sure. I'll probably just post these a week apart, but all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you tuning in. Feel free to leave me a like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys want to do. But it does help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And it's fun. I enjoy looking forward to the comments and seeing that you people are enjoying this as well. So, yeah, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. All right, we'll see you soon.